Evara Voices. I'm Dr. Shraddha for our third episode. And in this episode, we're going to talk about our personal passions, hobbies, nothing about work. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your
Tell
kind.
me about everything you like other than work here. Anything that you want
Other
to
than
say
working,
other than work.
so basically my whole time goes in seeing patients only, ma'am. So to be frank, so other than
How do you
working,
unwind? How do you relax?
so I travel a lot.
Okay.
I travel a lot and reading books.
So
Some
what?
kind of any kind of book I read,
Any
any
kind
animation,
of
any kind of um, some authors' books and everything I read. So and fitness.
okay. What do you do for fitness?
I like gym than yoga. So I prefer gym. Basically, yoga is also very better than gym, but I prefer gym. I want that sound system to be beside.
Okay, that's wonderful.
So, other than that, so basically my routine starts from morning 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So rest all day will be the work, patients, surgeries, emergencies, deliveries, all that stuff. And in the evenings, I do online consultations also.
Okay.
So I do the online consultations in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
and at night I study a bit. So basically, these medicine demands every day. They
Yes.
have to update the medicine things also. So any kind of AI, yeah, I keep learning some new stuff, AI things, and any new chapters, any British guidelines. Yeah, I was telling you now. So I was reading American guidelines yesterday. So I was reading some kind of guidelines I read. I need to update myself in
Mm.
order to be in the competition. You have to update myself. So apart from that, I get like small time for fitness for 1 hour
Hmm.
and 1 hour for books every weekends,
Okay.
and every 3 months or 4 months I need travel kind of things.
So, what
That's it.
kind of places would you choose if you want to travel? What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Hill stations.
Hill stations.
So I'm the top of the world person. So I feel like I have to be on the top. Some kind of feeling I have with the hill station. So I like to be on the hill, top of the hill, watching
Mm.
all the things on the ground and everything. So I kind of like that experience.
Do you like to hike or you just like to, I mean, experience that ambience and nature? Or do you also like to go forest bathing and go for hiking? And have
No,
you?
sometimes it depends on my mood. So I'm an adventurous girl.
Mm-hmm.
So basically we are from Hyderabad, right?
Right.
So it's been there is something called Anantagiri Hills. So I've
Mm.
been hiking like from many years, just for time pass. So it's a very good kind of stuff, and it depends on my mood also. So sometimes I just enjoy the nature. I sit back, I relax, I keep reading some books, and then I just want things to be quiet. And sometimes adventures. It's like mix of both.
So how was your? How do you? What was your journey since childhood that prompted you to become a doctor? How did you choose this profession?
So my mother wanted to become a doctor, ma'am. So that is what happened is she couldn't become a doctor because of her finances and all.
Mm.
Sisters and brothers, they have to get well with the things and all. So that's the reason I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to fulfill her dream. So that's how I entered. But I enjoyed being a doctor. I really enjoy being a doctor. So I don't have any. So and obstetrics is the one I enjoyed a lot. Basically when we hand over the baby to
Right.
the patients, that is most of the satisfaction I feel that from that. So earlier I used to feel very bit stressful in my post graduation days, or I used to feel very stressful that I'm working like this many hours, like 24 hours. We gave like 48 hours continuous shifts
Oh,
without sleep. So sometimes it is like very difficult for us to handle with that same kind of concentration will not be for 48 hours.
No,
So
no,
that is
tide will drop after, actually by research, 12 to 18 minutes is all it can sustain. Then it drops. Then again it picks up again.
yes. So if we see the OPD patients from 9 to 5, so with the same amount of concentration, we have to see the every patient. If we miss one diagnosis, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
So we have to keep checking all kinds of investigations and we have to crack the diagnosis and what surgery is needed, and we have to counsel the patient at the same level
Hmm.
because next patient is new. So we have to explain them from the start, from
Right,
the basic, and
right.
again get the same basic. It
Hmm.
is very earlier I used to feel difficult, but right now I got habituated to it. But the finally when I give the baby to the attendants or husband after, especially of the infertile patients, so after long journeys when
Hmm.
they get babies, so they really satisfy our hunger and everything. So all the stress will be gone, like after seeing that. So they'll be very uh, good towards the doctor also. Not from the finance thing, but just from the
Then,
talking
it
them
is
and
it is
telling
the feeling
them.
of like the doctor becomes a creator at that moment. That
Yeah, it's that point.
that's the feeling they get actually.
Mhm. And
Um,
I don't think it comes in any other field.
right, right, very
No,
true.
it's not like general medicine or
Yeah.
any kind of neurosurgery. See, and any kind of surgeries, we don't get that feeling. So it's the only thing where the see any patient is actually we are calling them as a patient. They are not patients actually.
Mm,
So any pregnant lady is not a patient. It's a natural process of giving birth. We are just assisting them.
right, true.
If it goes well, it goes well. Most of the cases will go well.
Mm,
Only just few of the patients will suffer from all the complications, but most of the patients will do well. Most of the women,
mm-hmm.
pregnant women, do well in the delivery. Cesarean section, yeah, normal delivery. At
Now,
the final,
increasingly, I'm seeing that there is a cervix, they stitch it and then they put them on complete bed rest. This trend is growing a lot. What is causing this all of a sudden?
this is genetic, ma'am. There is something called cervical incompetence. That
Oh.
is genetic. So that is the chemicals which have. So there is something called hydrophobic and hydrophilic bonds in the cervix. So
Mhm.
they create the strength of the cervix inside.
Okay.
So when they break, that it will open. So then they just baby girl just comes out in the second trimester, and it is a painless delivery. Patient even doesn't even
Yes.
know that he is undergoing the delivery.
Right.
And
True.
sometimes suddenly they can come in the labor in the emergency ward. We have to just do the delivery in the emergency bed only. We
Oh.
don't even find the time to take them to the labor room and everything. So that
Mm-hmm.
is a painless kind of thing. Even they don't know. They don't
Mm.
experience any kind of symptoms.
Okay.
So there is genetics related to that.
Uh-huh.
So that in that cases, either so patients coming from the village background or any second tier cities, they
Mm.
come in this type of conditions. Otherwise, there are many investigations now, biochemical markers now.
Mhm.
So for which 11 to 13 weeks in that third month, yeah, third month ending. So
Mm.
we keep testing with all the biochemical markers and
Mm.
also cervical length investigations also. So from that we can just make out some cream of the people
Mm-hmm.
for the cervical picture and all.
Oh, okay.
So that we can be
Mm.
prevented, very much prevented.
Okay.
Exact that treatment, it just works 100%. There is no thing called like it doesn't prevent or something.
Uh-huh.
So 100, it's like prevention. It is like a absolute treatment for that condition.
But
And
when do they become aware of that problem existing also?
so, from doctor's point of view, we can diagnose them at the 11 to 13 weeks of gestational age, at the
Oh,
third month ending.
acha.
Yeah. So there is some biochemical marker that is called fetal fibronectin.
Hmm.
Fibronectin that is thoda sa, like it is bit expensive not these days, but otherwise we can keep the eye on cervical length.
Okay.
So for that For that reason, we have added one more scan in between the fifth month and third month scan. So that is especially called cervical length scan.
So, how many scans are normal in the whole uh, period of pregnancy? How many scans are normal and how many scans are allowed? And, you know, what is the safe zone here that we are talking about?
Safe zone, so ma'am, it depends on the patient's symptoms basically. But
Right.
important scans are first time is in first 3 months we'll do like dating scan once, and the second is like 11 to 13 NT scan, so which rules out all the anomalies.
Mhm.
And fifth month is target scan, which rules out every anomaly, and rest all are growth scans. So growth scan depends upon the clinical examination of the patient. So if we find the clinical examination less than adequate, or fundal height is very less and we are seeing the less baby weight, we have got the doubt that something is lesser than what we have expected. So we will go with a scan at that time. So
Oh,
growth scans will be depending on the patient to patient. We'll advise like 2 or 3 or 4 scans. It depends on monthly scan. Monthly, and there are some conditions: preeclampsia, yeah, diabetes patients,
mm.
and PP patients, hypertensive patients, and also any kind of RH negative pregnancies. So in that cases, we have to do this all the scans very frequently, every second weekly. So
Now,
sometimes,
now scans are becoming more advanced also, isn't it?
yes, yes, ma'am, they are very amazing. So earlier, if we saw, if you see some kind of doubt in earlier 11 to 13 weeks, we used to terminate the baby earlier in 1990s or 2000s.
Oh,
Now it's not like there is some department called fetal medicine. So
okay.
they will do all kinds of tests, amniocentesis, सब कुछ, like we'll do 100% investigation. Then only we'll take the call of termination.
Okay. So
So
when you
that
see, can you identify if the baby's got Down syndrome or autism or something during these scans?
yes, yes, ma'am. Sure.
Then
मतलब Downs
why is America having so many autistic cases if it can be recognized during any of these periodical scans? Why are they not terminating the pregnancy? And because you see, it becomes a burden for both the mother and the child.
So basically, based on the financial status of the patient, also will take the call sometimes.
Oh,
So that is also a factor. Sometimes we have to take a call. See, if the patient is born with some kind of major abnormality, if
yes.
the both parents are not able to carry forward that thing, so it's better to terminate. In that cases, only we'll take the call like that. And in good doing patients, we can just give a try.
Okay.
So sometimes after coming out, so there are many interventional sciences now. So they will do some kind of treatment and they will get the baby out of the danger. So most of the things can be ruled out at the 13-week scan, 90 scan. It's a
Okay.
nuchal translucency scan. Most of the 90% of the syndromes can come out of with that. And there is something called non-invasive prenatal testing also. From the mother's blood, we can detect the fetal cells, and fetal DNA testing we'll do. Fetal DNA. That is also very new now. So we'll recognize with that also.
That's wonderful. I wanted this episode to be about you, your passions, but somehow you're taking me back to your passion, which is your profession.
Most of the doctors are like that, ma'am.
I'm not
So
I'm not able to drag you out of this and okay, let's
uh,
discuss something else of what is your other interest or hobbies or okay, you told me you love to read, but other than that, how do you I won't say use the word de-stress because I understand. Although you spend hours getting the baby out, you will have a physical fatigue, but the mind is very, very beautiful. Like you have just seen a new being born, and that must be giving you a lot of dopamine and oxytocin yourself.
exactly, ma'am. So we suffer from 24 hours delivery with all that patient will be upset and everything.
Yeah.
We will undergo all that, no?
Mm.
So after seeing the baby, everything will be gone. We'll be playing with the baby. we'll forget everything.
Right,
After
right.
the baby is born, we'll be playing with the baby. Oh God, newborn is came out, and it is like very success. And for every delivery, we feel that it's not like it doesn't depend upon the experience or something. Even if the 60-year-old, yeah, with very seniors to me, yeah, 20 years seniors to me, even if they come into the delivery room after delivery, they'll feel very good, very happy
And
after doing
yeah,
delivery.
I mean, this is something we cannot express or explain in words.
Yes, ma'am.
The joy
So,
of seeing that
and
new being coming out is, like it's something extraordinary.
and it's not in other fields. That amount of satisfaction is there, not there in other fields. Any kind of medicine you take,
Right,
so
right.
not be that 100% satisfaction will not be happening with other patients. Only this
That's right.
obstetrics and infertility and this people are like
See,
very.
for me, wanting to start this platform itself is for health is one important reason. I would like to speak to as many doctors in various fields as possible, so that there is, like the kind of education which can help women take good decisions, opt for better alternatives. All this is missing. Like, no one has a complete education of fertility or infertility or miscarriage, or like PCOS. Now I see young girls as young as 18, 19, they are pretty much aware of PCOD and PCOS, and they read up a lot on internet. But that is not that is information. Information
Hmm.
is not knowledge. Knowledge comes with experience, where that is why having a doctor on the show will help other women to resonate and understand, and they can correct their path even watching this, or they can take guidance. All this is very important. All this is very important. And also, there are a lot of babies born with juvenile uh, diabetes and that jaundice. What causes it, and why are babies born with that? Is there a reason uh, uh, with the mother's lifestyle or something?
No, ma'am. See, juvenile diabetes is almost type 1. So it
Oh,
is genetic.
oh,
Always. So lifestyle. So many people, if the patient, if the mother is suffering from any kind of diabetes type 2 or
mm,
diabetes in early pregnancy, the baby has the chances that she will suffer with the diabetes in later stages. So
uh-huh.
not the juvenile. Juvenile is like type 1 and it is more associated with
Oh,
genetics of the mother.
so when
So there is some pattern in
when do we come to know about it? At what stage?
we after coming out. So there is something what I have told you, no, ma'am. So we have to screen for the genetic screening of the mothers
Right,
should be done. So
right.
that will not be done for everyone in India. Indian perspective,
Yeah.
we can't do genetic screening in everyone. So there is one pattern of inheritance, very good pattern of inheritance in diabetes type 1 patients. One generation will be affected, one generation will be saved, one generation will be affected, one generation will be saved.
Right, it skips a generation.
It
Right.
skips the learning. So it is called something modi bolte maturity of differentiation. So there is some theory behind it. So one generation will be skipped off in this. So if they
Okay.
visit the physician, they
Mm,
have to recognize the what pattern of inheritance is there, and they have to diagnose it like what type of diabetes it is, and type 1 diabetes. If it is type 1 diabetes, what is the chance of baby getting it? So one thing we are doing
mm,
is cord blood sampling. Cord, so we are storing the stem cells
mm.
so that it will help the baby in the future. That we can do.
Oh,
We can't screen every mother of India for the diabetes. So that is a very big problem, like society wise.
mm.
We can do this. Stem cell banking is very upgrading these
Yeah,
days.
I'm coming to that. What are they doing with two things? One is the placenta, and
Hmm.
another is the umbilical cord.
Cord,
Uh,
umbilical cord.
because umbilical cord is lot of stem cells, and it's so good for the baby. And placenta, I'm now recently reading a lot about it. Like it's got a lot of medicinal values, and
So, ma'am, they are like very ointments based on this placenta. It
oh,
has this many growth factors.
mm,
Even when the wound happens, we if we apply, there is something, or if you heard of placentrix ointment,
oh,
it's something called placentrix ointment. So
okay.
it's just similar. If we see any wound keeping, yeah, non-healing ulcer, we apply that. It is a wonderful. Like we see very great results with that.
But what do they do with the placenta?
It has good growth factors in that.
No, no. What is done once the baby is born? What does the
Huh.
hospital do with the placenta?
They usually to we will discard it, so discarding the
I
placenta,
think
but
we are
only
wasting
this hospital.
something which is a real source of such powerful medicinal value that it has, isn't it?
Hmm.
But
But most of the hospitals, see, if it is of any medicinal use, if they have the factory of doing something, ointment making, medicinal value, they will use it. Definitely they will use it. Otherwise, then there is no other option. We have to discard it in biomedical waste. So yeah.
what about the
So
umbilical cord? Umbilical cord, can we do the same process that we spoke about freezing the eggs? Should we also freeze this for later use in case the child grows up?
stem cells,
Hmm?
good enough, ma'am. Stem cells will work.
Uh-huh.
स्टेम सेल्स जो cord sampling, we will take the cord sampling जो
Hmm.
cells होता है, so we will take the blood sample from the umbilical cord
Hmm.
and we'll take them to the storage.
Okay.
And it is recently used for the this diabetes type 1 also, for stimulating the pancreas cells,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then kind of lymphocyte जो like cancerous cells, in
Yes.
order to fight them.
Hmm.
And rest all in any deficient conditions, if
Right.
there any endocrine, yeah, endocrine deficiency
Hmm.
in the patient, so we
Hmm.
have to stem cell have the potency to transform into any kind of cells for the production,
Okay.
any kind of cell in the body. So it can
Okay.
transform into any kind of cell in the body. It can act as thyroid hormone, it can act as
Yeah.
pancreatic hormone, it
Hmm.
can act as any kind of cell, so that we can stimulate that and we can just replace it in the coming years.
But
So it's still
storage,
under
it is still undergoing. It has not
research.
taken. I think it's not gained that much of importance or momentum in
That
India.
much of importance. But we have given this for the clinical trials also. So we have
Oh.
to help them for clinical trials also, no?
Hmm.
So we will counsel the patient basically. For every patient, we will counsel them that you have to undergo this cord blood sampling. You can it's a very good option, because
Yeah.
in the future, coming future, 10 years or something, 15 years, there might be the very good interventional things coming out. So some people will do that. They will store the stem cells. There are many brands also, life cell, stem cell diagnostics. There are many
Yeah.
coming up with this thing. So they will store the stem cells. But we are expecting a positive outcome from that. We have never seen in India, we have never seen using the stem cells.
Oh, this. I have been reading. A lot is happening in China. They have
Hmm.
used it very successfully and cured the cancer completely. And I think we should invest more in R&D.
Hmm.
Research and development needs more funding, and more space should be given, because like doctors go abroad, they upgrade themselves and come back, and they
Yes.
use it in their profession. But
Hmm.
what we should be looking further to all this is to create more research and development labs, the to go into more futuristic way of dealing with these, and the thinking pattern itself has to change. See, like placenta being discarded is something like when
Hmm.
I was reading about the medicinal value that it has. I
Huh.
There is a man who's stealing, like placentas, and yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah, I
then
heard.
yeah, so that gave me a kind of an idea, like. I mean, like the number of babies being born in India, I think will be the biggest placenta supplier in the world. If it were to be,
Obviously, ma'am. So, in every government hospital, so where I did my MBBS, there were 200 deliveries per day.
200 deliveries, my God.
200 per day.
So how many doctors attend to that?
Three, four, five, but
That's all.
five, not
So,
more than five.
my
Not
God,
more than five.
don't tell
Then
me.
there is a government hospital. Overburden. Indian doctors are overburdened. That's a very big line of stream, but Indian doctors are overburdened. That is a very much overburdened.
Okay.
So only five. We used to be interns at that time. My
Well,
MBBS was
like,
done.
mm,
I was an internship. I was doing my internship, and we used to deliver from internship only. We used to deliver the patient, all the
okay.
patients. One. You have to just go on with the stream of things. So you have
Right.
to keep catch one baby and then run for the other baby. It used to be very good gym access for that.
But how was your first experience of holding that first baby that you delivered, help deliver, like?
I still remember it. It was very warming.
Oh,
I couldn't explain it. It's been very close to my heart. It's something. Okay, I have done the delivery. I have made this
right,
baby come out of the womb.
right.
So
So it gives you the kind of a satisfaction and at the same time a new kind of a confidence that you can do that from then that is the first step from which you move further and further, right? That's my conversations with you has been so wonderful, doctor, and thank you so much for coming on the show. And you have enlightened, empowered, educated in this short span of time, and answered so many questions for us. It has been such a pleasure. Evara Voices is thanking Dr. Shraddha, and let us wish her the best now and always. This is just the beginning. We will definitely call her for more talks because women's health is a vast topic because we need to talk about perimenopause, menopause, and a lot of things that the hormonal imbalance that women go through and the hot flushes and so many things that women are not able to deal with. They don't understand and they don't take help because they think that is the normal process of it's a natural process of undergoing all this. So I think our talks, even if it helps a couple of women or at least a dozen of them, I think we would have done good with this. And thank you all from Evera Voices. Signing off now. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us.
so much, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words.
Pleasure to have had you with us. I think we will meet again with another show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.